Hello, dear children. We are going to study about the metallurgy. Metallurgy, here, our lesson name itself is metallurgy. So, what metallurgy? The science and technology regarding the extraction of metals from ores and their purification for the use is called metallurgy. In the picture now, you could see the ores are there. What ores means, and from that ore, we have to remove out the pure metals whatever we use in our day to day life. So metals we use in either in the pure form or either in the alloy form. Okay, so we require metal for all the purpose in our day to day life. So metals are used for utensils, for the wires, for for some of the gadgets, for your computers. Everywhere metals are used. Metals are also used the in our medicines also. Okay, so we require metals like silver, gold. We use it for ornaments and jewelry. Some metals are found on the earth's crust. Some metals are deep inside. So all those things, but these metals are not in the pure form, they are in the combined state. As we know, metals do react easily with either non-metal or with them, or either with the oxygen. So they are found in the mixed form. So these mixed form we call them as ores. So how these metals occur? Metals occur either in the free state like silver, gold and platinum. They do not easily react with other substance from the environment. Some metals are found in the combined state like copper sulfate, zinc oxide, iron, iron carbonate or potassium nitrate. You see their names are also given there. Copper sulfate, that is chalcocite, zincite and siderite, and the salt petri. So those which are in combined state and the free state. So metals whatever are found, they are not, some metals are not affected by air, water and other natural factors. These are the free state metal. They are found in the pure form, but even though when they are found in the pure form, they are mixed in the soil. They can be found in tiny particles. They can be in the form of tiny particles, but in the pure form. These tiny particles have to be separated out from the sand, from the soil. But these combined states are there. They are found in rocks, they are found in soil, they are found in the earth's crust. Okay, so these are in the mixed form. As you know, metals react with atmospheric components which are there around us. So this way, minerals which are from which metals we have to separate them, that minerals we call them as ores. These ore or either the minerals, they have to be extracted, metals have to be extracted from them, okay, into the pure form. So there is a procedure of extraction of metals, so that we call it as metallurgy. Now what ores are? Ores are there in the earth's crust. They are mixed with the soil, sand or rocky substance or either the earthy particles. These particles can be other metals also, or either these particles can be soil or sand or any other substances. Okay, it can be the salt. So we have to extract these metals from the ores. So which metal we have to extract, that metal we have to concentrate on them, because in that ore it can be iron also, it can be copper also, gold also. So which metal we require from that ore? So in our region, that is in Konkan region, which metal is found? As you could see, our soil is red in color, so naturally we have iron oxide here. No, iron is more quantity in our soil, so here we have mines of iron. So the process of obtaining a metal from its ore is called extraction of this metal from the ore. We have to remove out the metals. So this process, which involves the extraction of metals in their pure form from their ore, we include it in metallurgy. That study we call it as metallurgy. So whatever ores are there which are being mixed with some of the substances like soil, sand, rocky substance, or some earthy particles, we call them as gangue. Okay, with the metals or inside the ores, whatever mixed other substances are mixed of the earth, that we call it as gangue, and these gangue have to be removed out, and it can be removed out easily by physical separation method. So first what is done, minerals are found. Suppose in some of the region minerals are more, the soil is being tested, soil is given for testing, and then in that soil which type of mineral is more, that is found out. Okay, and then that soil is either it is been dug inside the crust, or you have to go inside from the tunnel and grab all those minerals out, that we call it as mines. Okay, in that mine you have to remove out all these substances, we call it as ore, with the gangue. Okay, and from that mine everything is being taken out and given it for processing, for purification. Okay, from the mine we get. So we have in our region also we have mines here, mostly iron mines. Then the process begins with, there are basic principles of metallurgy. This, that means the pure metal is obtained from the ore. From the ore the pure metal has to be removed out, and there are following stages. First stage is the concentration of the ore. Ore has to be concentrated by separation. We have to separate out the gangue. Gangue means the soil particles, sand, or some earthy particle or some rocks have to be separated out from this ore. Okay, and this separation has different types of method, different types of physical process. Okay, so there they have shown through picture the different types of physical process. It can be, you can wash the ore whatever is there and remove out the sand particles as well as the soil. For no, after washing whatever, it can be dissolved, some particles can be dissolved in it, some particles which are heavy can settle down. So whatever we require have to be concentrated on that substance. If we want those heavy particles, these heavy particles are removed out through pump or through machines. Okay, or either some of those particles have to be boiled, or steam has to be released out, water has to be released inside to wash that gangue. There is another method, that is electrolytic reduction method, where electricity is being passed through it with the help of electrodes. Okay, so when we use these electrolytes or electrodes, which where the charged particles can be separated out, if we require gold, if we require aluminium, these are metals, so they can attach to, or they can get attracted towards the cathode, correct, because they are positively charged. So when they are attracted towards the cathode, then again the electrolytic reduction towards the cathode, you can remove out easily this molten method or molten metal. Electrolytic refining, the same thing, pure metal can be removed out because metals are negatively charged particles. Metals are positively charged particles, and they can attract towards the negative pole or attract towards the cathode. So easily from the cathode you can remove out this pure metal. So occurrence of metals, or we have to concentrate on the metal, and there are some of these processes. First is the mining, then the separation, and the electrolytic reduction, and again the refining, getting the pure metal back. We are going to see through a video, that is how the metallurgy or how this process is done. Okay, please understand, listen carefully and understand the process. Now we're going to study about the separation based on gravitation. Okay, here you could see the separation, extraction of this metal ore is being concentrated. No lumps are broken down and then they are passed through a no bath and the water is released out. So desired metal you can take remove out from it. The heavy material can be concentrated, so it can what you require to concentrate on, it depends on the physical property of that metal which is present in that ore. It also depends on the physical property of the gangue which is present in the ore, and the reactivity of the metal. Physical property of the metal which is present in the ore. If metals physical property, as you know, if they are soft, if they are hard, they're shiny, luster, whatever, no, how they react with other substance. So all these are the physical properties you should know what your ore contains, as well as the physical property of the gangue. So gangue, what is there? It can be the sand, soil, silica, or some of the earthy particles. It can be the leftover of remains of the animals and the plants. So all these things should be known, as well as the reactivity of the metal should be known. If from our region, if we are extracting the iron, so we should know the property of iron, how the iron can be found in the atmosphere. All those things should be known. Okay, so there are different types of concentration. First we have to concentrate on the ores. So some following methods are there. Separation based on gravitation. What gravitation is? The heavy particles of the ores, these have to be separated out, and the light particles of the gangue have to be separated out with the help of gravitation. What gravitation? That is, heavy particles will flow down, they will settle down, and the light particles will come up, or either they will float. That is the gravitation law. So heavy particles of the ore can be separated out, so are from the gangue. So lighter particles which are there, that is the remains of plants and animals, they might be lighter in weight, so that can be washed off easily with this type of method. So heavy particles of the ore and the lighter gangue particles can be easily separated out, as ore is heavier and gangue particles, some particles are lighter. So that method is based on. The next is the Wilfley table. Wilfley table method. What this table is? So this table is having a narrow and thin wooden riffles, no, are placed on the inclined surface, and this table is kept vibrating continuously as we sieve our rice and wheat, or either sieve the floor. Okay, so same thing here. This table, a plank or a wooden inclined surface is made to vibrate continuously, and the powder ore is obtained from the lumps. You could see the powder ore is being placed from one side, inserted on the table from one side, and the jets of water is made to pass, stream of water is made to pass through this Wilfley table. Now here what happened? Powder ore is put from one of the end, and it is released on that inclined surface. Water is being allowed to flow from that. Here what happens? The lighter gangue particles settles down, they come down from that inclined plane, and the heavier particles, they remain in the higher proportion, and they are being washed or carried away by the water. So water helps the heavier and lighter particles to get separated out. So the next process here is hydraulic separation method. In that hydraulic separation method, it is based on the working of a mill, how the mill works. No, floor mill, same thing it is. There is a tapering vessel. You could see a tapering vessel similar to that used for the grinding mill. It opens in a tank like container that is tapering on the lower side. Could see a tank like container on the lower side. There are two outlets. Okay, these two outlets are for what they are, to separate out the heavy and the lighter particles. Forceful force of jet of water is made to flow into the tank. So from the lower side, heavy gang particles can be, or heavy ore particles can be flown, and from upper side, gang particles can be released out, because gang particles are lighter than the ore. So this hydraulic separation method can help again to separate out the gang particles and the ore. So two ways you can separate out according to the physical property of that metal as well as physical property of the gang. So first way was the Wilfley table. Now second is the hydraulic separation. You could see a jet of water is released from below the tank. Okay, so and here now what will happen? Outlet of gang and inlet of water. So lighter particles are separated out. These lighter particles are the gang particles, and the heavy particles are the ores. So the particles of the same size, suppose if the particles are of same size, these are separated as per their weight with the help of water. Suppose gang particles and the ore particles are of same size, then again and again they are being jet of water is being inserted inside, and again they are being separated with the help of water. So here you could see the method is based on the law of gravitation again. So hydraulic separation method, first method is the Wilfley table method, and second method is the hydraulic separation method. This method also is based on the law of gravitation. Next is the magnetic separation method. Okay, on the magnetic belt you will find electromagnetic machine is there. There are rollers and conveyor belts. Here the ore is, lumps are broken down and the ore is being passed on that magnetic roller, on that magnetic belt. It will start moving. Okay, non-magnetic particles are there, they will get separated out, and magnetic particles. So ore is being released on that magnetic belt. Okay, so two collector vessels are placed here. Two collector vessels are there. On in one vessel, non-magnetic nature things, those which are coming down now in one vessel, these are non-magnetic. Okay, and the other side which are not attracted by the magnet, so these will be collected, and the other side the non-magnetic or magnetic substance will be collected. Okay, suppose your ore is non-magnetic particle, or suppose your ores are magnetic particle, they can be easily separated out through this belt. So it is a magnetic separation method. So this method can be used for separation of iron ore. So this technique is used to separate components of mixture which are magnetic in nature. As we have seen this magnetic and non-magnetic particles. Now magnetic particles, ores are cassiterite, that is tin ore, it is SnO2. Okay, this is a magnetic or non-magnetic particle. Okay, ferrous tungstate is there, FeWO4, and non-magnetic, that is stannic oxide. Okay, cassiterite, that is SnO2, stannic oxide SnO2, and ferrous tungstate. So these all these things can be separated out with the help of magnetic process. So the magnetic and non-magnetic ingredients in the ore, they can be separated out depending on their nature, whether they are magnetic or whether they are non-magnetic. Okay, in that cassiterite is a tin ore. Okay, and stannic oxide, that is also the tin ore. So magnetic ingredients in that, that is ferrous tungstate, in that it is the magnetic ingredient. What is that? Ferrous tungstate. So those things are separated out with the help of electromagnetic method. So now we are going to learn about the fourth flotation method. Fourth means the foam. Fourth is the phase, that is jhag we say. This is based on the hydrophilic process. Okay, what it is useful for? It is used for the sulfide ores, pyrite, chalcocite, galena, and zinc sulfide, that is sphalerite. So this fourth flotation method is based on two opposite properties. One is the hydrophilic and the other one is the hydrophobic particles. So if particles are hydrophilic, that means they will attract towards the water, and if the particles are hydrophobic, they will leave the water. So for hydrophobic particles we have to use some substance like oil. Okay, so those particles which are not dissolved in water, they can attract the other substance. So metal sulfide particles, they get wet with oil due to their hydrophobic properties. So some metal sulfides are there, sulfides of metals are there, they can get attracted towards the oil, and we can remove out with the help of foam. When oil and water comes in contact with each other, and if you stir them continuously, you will get the foam. Okay, so the gang particles which are there, they can get with the wet with the water due to hydrophilic property. Okay, so ore and water as well as oil is been mixed here for flotation method. So you'll find again the video has been started. So by the fourth flotation method, you can separate out two types of substance, that is metal sulfides and the ore. Okay, ore which is mixed with the water as well as the pine oil, or eucalyptus oil can also be used in that water bath. And then this ground ore, fine powder ore, is mixed into that tank, and certain vegetable oil also can be used here. Agitator which release out air also has to be released out inside, and this agitator keeps on stirring the substance. As you keeps on stirring, you will find the lighter particles, that means the oil, those substance, that is the ore particles, will get attracted towards the oil, and they will get mixed with the oil and starts floating on water. As they start floating on water, most of the foam will be formed. This foam is lighter in weight, and this foam is collected into another tank. Okay, foam, the soap particle, soap, it will look like soap, water and oil. Okay, this will get mixed with, or will get mixed with the oil, okay, because it is hydrophobic, and then it is been blended. Air is inserted so that it can dry, and it is been blended. Okay, bubbles are formed here, air is blown, and this foam rises to the surface of the water and floats. After floating, the particles, some particles, so it has to be dried because it is mixed with foam oil. Okay, so it has to be blended. So concentration of zinc blend and copper pyrite can be, so particles of certain sulfide ores, those metals which are mixed with sulfide, can be separated out in this process. Okay, because we have some impurities. So colocasia leaves, they have given one example. What does colocasia leaves have on it? It is hydrophobic because it has a waxy coat on it, so where water doesn't remain on that leaves. Same principle is followed here. Okay, that is the wax which cannot be wetted with the water. Wax cannot absorb the water, as well as soap also. Soap and salt can easily wet the water. So next method what we are going to study is the leaching method. This leaching method is generally the first step in the extraction process of metals like gold, silver, aluminium from their ores. Okay, because gold, silver and aluminium are not found in the complex state, they are very simple state found. Just have to separate out the gangue particles from them, and easily you can separate out gold, silver and aluminium. Okay, aluminium is found reactive metal, it does not occur in the free state, so gangue does not react with this. Gangue is separated out easily from that ore. So bauxite of ore of aluminium can be easily removed out from the gangue. So what we are going to study about here is the leaching process. In that leaching process is used for, this process is used for the extraction of aluminium, gold and silver. So what this leaching process, it is soaked, ore is soaked for some hours into some solution. Okay, this solution dissolves some type of substances. Chemical reaction takes place when you soak this ore for some hours. Okay, after soaking it, some chemical reaction takes place. This gangue does not react with that solution, but the aluminium reacts with the solution. So aluminium ore can be separated out easily in the form of bauxite. Okay, so alumina dissolves in the solution while gangue does not dissolve in that solution. Which solution it is? NaOH and Na2CO3. This ore is concentrated, and then further it is processed for further reaction to separate out the aluminium. So next we are going to study about the extraction of aluminium from its ore.